let's make some noise from your first seed of the Alpha group. It's your Sentinels!
Which we had noted before, this Sentinels team coming into the playoffs with perfection. They did not drop a series. While they weren't necessarily perfect as far as the maps go, that's inconsequential in the grand scheme of things, fellas, because they got the perfect stage, which Wyatt is exactly what this team, having the year that they've had till now, that's what they needed.
Make some noise for Cloud9!
And to the exact point you were mentioning there, Doug, right? These two teams are very familiar with one another. But for Cloud9 to be able to do this here and now, Vansili would be incredible for this team.
This is actually it's a trap play in B main. It's a paranoia down the line if the boombot catches anything. But Sen are ready for it.
Yep, Sen take the peek anyway, but that's going to be a player toppled anyway. Bang. Early on, it's the first casualty. Vic's going to be feeling the heat.
Great smoke from Vic.
Yeah.
Locks off these Sen players and the nade through afterwards. Stops that B split from happening.
Sentinels are going to be funneled. They're going in a completely different direction. Up through spawn, you rarely see fights in this direction. Zephyr looks to hold it all the way back here, and it's a clearance across their placement, not quite there. They're very happy to claim Zephyr's life. And now getting a bit of a move on. Footsteps going to be heard by John QT here. He's going to be calling for his team to commit into the A side, but it's not entirely vacated. Net is here, and he's looking to lay claim to multiple lives. Only the one, though, before the trade is online.
Good movement from Celsius. John is miles away right now.
Yeah.
But because he's got the faster rotate through mid, maybe he'll catch a good timing.
And they planted to be able to relink and rejoin up with the rest of his team. A decent enough spot for Celsius. Hold on, asleep at the wheel there, mate. Wake up, son, you've got a game to play. Flash dodged and avoided. The Thorns, though, going to be delaying most of this one. And Zekin's already taken up liberties, vacating the presence, and then you can see the bodies trying to at least clear them out. Vic is doing a decent job of it. 2 knocked off. Brings it into the 1v1. To tap and forcing it out wide into the open, but John flicks and adjusts in time. Celsius is left with the job to try and contain this one, but he's just one man in the spawn. He's tucked in a irretrievable position, really. He can't escape from this spot. He will be going down, but his goal to take a life with him. Just a bit of damage done to Vic. It's a gun claims, and they've already taken up space over towards the B site. Plant is down. Sentinels set themselves in position now, ready to receive. Blazer looking to lead the charge potentially. Narrate just sends it flying forwards of the Seas as well. It's going to be delaying them that much longer.
It's a great Seas. Seas is so powerful defending this map.
I'll find you.
Cuts off crucial seconds. Stalled down by the smokes. Cloud9 really don't have any options here.
This is a weird one because Sen also are not really in love with keeping their guns.
No, so they're willing to fight and brawl, and brawl they will. Up across the side here, Zephyr's going to be the last one left, but as that time ticks, he's going to be gone here, finished off. And Sentinels leading nice and early here, 2-0. Sentinels, they have a bit of ground gains, and Ed is hard committed with the paranoia. It's good enough. Close quarters, though, and Bang is going to be making sure to close that gap. The rest of his team trying to get in. Cloud9, an attempt to flood back in. Stop them in their tracks. These stingers, though, are just way too potent. Hell of a bite to it.
The Raid's run out of regen.
Raid's taking a peek. That is aggro as anything.
Yeah, I think he really wanted that gun. Has left John in a 1v2, still with a bit of armor to play with, but double flash for the Cloud9 players.
John, very disciplined. Same could be said for Cloud9, though, and they're not showing any presence whatsoever, making John think, okay, where could they be?
This is the
taking a timing into the side.
This is the timing where he could be rotating out through mid, so Cloud9 have got to think about that, especially with him toggling the wall.
See, Vic is moving, looking in different directions now. It does give a possibility for the 1v1. John takes it. And now it does leave it into the true 1v1. A tap to try and pull Vic out of position. Again, he's got time to work with 20 seconds left and takes the swing, sees the shoulder. John knows that he's got time again to play with. Once more, paranoia is forced out. Vic with a TP up towards the box, towards the top. But John is lights out and sharp as anything. Holding, waiting for the re-swings. Potential fights to be taken by Cloud9. Hot shots fired. Oxy seized up. Peek forwards, though. Narrate's going to be punished. That's a spike drop down in Oxy's lap. Very difficult to try and chew through this one.
That's a bad push from the right. It really is. Pushing solo through the smoke when you've run out of prowlers in that spot.
No, okay, I'm stunning it. But the supplementary fire's enough to clean up Oxy anyway, so you have removed him from that.
Yeah, good cleanup from Celsius. Taking a main control, doubling up with John QT, and making sure that they can split.
Zephyr, he hears it. Footsteps. No one's looking behind him. He's missed the timing onto it. An attempt to grab the rifle, just not there in time. These Cloud9 players are hoping that somebody will walk into them here with shotguns in hand. They concluded just holding down towards Alba, but Sentinels know better. Would expect that something's up here. The paranoia is good, but it goes pound for pound. Net now. Looking, peeking, already claiming a few lives of their own. This is uncertainty into the step of Sen, but they've got this one held down now entirely. Vic just blindly firing. He's praying for a freebie. With a Bucky in hand, there's not much he can do from this spot. Smoke's going to be fading, and yeah, reveals all. It's feeling like an impossibility for Cloud9 here. They still want to make a go of it, though.
Spam into the pit could change everything.
Not giving up just yet. Pit still scatters out towards it, and what a timing to take. Narrate just peeks forwards. Traded. And Zekin's still there anyway, taking these fights. This pit, as long as it remains, it will be that thorn in their sides. And now Cloud9 are just left down to just two. Oxy and Mitch backing out, realizing this round is done and dusted. Sentinels. Now, for all that we saw yesterday, that resilience, I think, of Cloud9, when you're going up against Sentinels, there is just that tier gap at the top level. Pretty perfect. Horn needs to be dealt with, but Smoke in Oxy's face makes it hard, and now he's second-guessing himself as Splash is pushing forwards as well, but the wall's going to be dividing up most of this on Oxy! Oxy! Okay, classic Oxy go kill round. Set up, though, for success, just with those flashes.
Yeah, this time C9 have ults to work with, flashes to play with, and Sentinels opt in. The stun should have been good, but Oxy's just too clean. And what a round this is for C9 in terms of getting them back on some level of the right path, because they would have been on an eco again afterwards.
Yeah.
So they desperately needed this, and at this point in a 5v2, it's unchokeable. That's what they say.
That is what they say. Pit down, you got B locked entirely. Vic's taking that contact, sees the presence. They know full well the only way that Sentinels get back into this round is if they open it up to mistakes. Cloud9 been trying to build up that discipline over time, making sure that they tighten up their own game. Flash forwards and just trade it out.
Yeah, I like that. Swinging as you're expecting C9 to be breaking the Vice Flash. Still leaves John in a 1v3.
Yeah, definitely does. Might be able to get himself another 1v1 though, but doesn't look like he's anticipating the corner. Mitch already on it, and okay, we got there eventually.
Yep.
So peace of mind for Cloud9. They know that nobody's in that bottom section of mid.
Yeah, the information from the Sky Flash is also really crucial. It tells them whether or not they need to commit further resources to fighting.
That is a cheeky angle. He's crouched up here. Stun, no. Connects, hold on. Trailblazer, just to help him out. Mitch is there. Protects his teammate. Util in hand and a gun. Just a follow-up. As two players dropped immediately here. This is looking pretty dire right now for Sentinels. Lost two players early. They haven't forced any ults out either.
Yeah, this is exactly what they were not looking for. It's fine if you lose the round, but you've got to start draining the ultimate bank. Got to start doing a bit of chip damage at least to C9's economy. And there's a Seekers used by Mitch in a 5v3. Not the most necessary, but it at least gives some peace of mind. You don't want to be losing rounds like this, and Sen are a difficult team to close out on. It's also let Net get so deep out of B.
The Wraith is about to be, pressured heavily there. Util's going to be used just in case, but Bang wants to see if he can insert himself here into the link. He's got a lot of players waiting on the other side of this one, though. We'll see how he can really contend with it and deal with it. That's two dropped. Cuts them down. Flash is dodged and avoided. There's a fight to be taken. John QT trying to square up to it, realizing that's the best chance for him to try and win that round out. Five of them out towards his A. Seeing it now, stuns, ricocheting off to the side here. The paranoia was using response of it. Zekin lines it up now, but Oxy's got a showstopper! Whoa! My goodness! It's rare you see something like that these days.
He nearly got 4 as well. Look at Zelz's health.
That is monstrous value from the ultimate. Have to see that. I mean, listen, it's not emotional, whatever. And Zekin is going to try his best, but at this point, the round's just done, over.
That is incredible value from one ultimate. Oxy must have landed that picture perfect directly in the middle of an entire group.
Did he catch on a player?
I don't know, but
It's
the splash
crazy.
radius is enormous there, isn't
look
it?
at the X's on the minimap.
Yeah.
They're like spread out. I'm so used to seeing like that's just a 130 to one player, and they just walk away from it.
Yeah.
3 kills is absurd. Did they buff the showstopper when I wasn't looking?
It's a stealth
30
patch.
seconds left.
Well, this is terrible signs for Sentinels here. They were completely in control of this map, and now it is slipping away. And they're not even managing to get C9 to invest huge amounts into the rounds. I mean, they won 1 round with Seekers. I don't even know whether Mitch needed to use it. This round, Oxy single-handedly
10
takes out
seconds
3 of them in one go.
Yeah.
I'm kind of annoyed it wasn't a 4K. I mean, look at Zels' health. He's got 6 HP. Couldn't you have just died as well?
Now we're just sat here for 40 seconds.
I know. But he does survive. He does keep the op. And I'm not really sure what this attack op is up
Don't
to.
really get the purpose of it. Second just has to wait this one out. It's dire for him still. Steel Garden fades away, and he's got the gun back out anyway. Bit of a pause. Tempering the moment. Zekken will strike anyway. That's Vic's head clean off. Through the choke point now. Next, just going to be sealing the deal, really. Isolated, playing towards default. No one was able to remove this guy whatsoever, and they're still tossing, twisting, and turning, looking for a way to get back into this one. Zekken picks it up. Gun exchange, ring around the rosies, doesn't know where the player is, beamed down by Mitch. Cloud9 are finding their way back into this one, 1 ult at a time. And now they're heavy fighting over towards mid. It's a splash, primed, birds through and out. Oxy wants to take the lives from off the back of it. Mitch is also helping out from the side. Vic, it's a combined effort from the rest of Cloud9, and they crunch into mid.
That's the theory for C9. Look how strong those 2 flashes are. SEN still can't figure out an answer to it. They tried to play anti-flash, tried to tuck themselves into corners, use Zekken as bait. But he was killed too quickly. And John is left in a 1v4. We've seen him in the clutch a couple of times. In 1v3s, 1v4s. Spike nowhere near him either.
Nope.
This round, pretty much done.
It's going to be 5-5.
And I think they need to keep this weapon as well because, well, I mean, either way, they might just have a horrible buy for round 11. Could well be Cloud9 taking the lead at the half after being 5-0 down.
Yeah, and there's, I mean, listen, signs of the resilience that we saw yesterday, Cloud9 dragging it back, and we were kind of questioning whether or not, you know, Cloud9, okay, if they end up losing this series overall, they're still the underdogs
left.
up against Sentinels, right? It doesn't really prove anything in terms of narratives that we're talking about.
Yeah, you can't say, they're a playoff choker if they lose to SEN, because
Right,
SEN look like the best team in America.
Precisely, but this is real grit. I mean, you're down that many rounds early on. We were just talking about how it was a masterclass from Sentinels.
Yeah, there looked like there was a massive tier and theory
10
difference
seconds
early on.
All the
And
ideas were working.
And then once, to be honest, as soon as they used that strategy of Bang teleporting behind, nothing else that they've done in terms of their neutral game in mid has won them anything.
Yeah, struggling. And, well, John spotted out. Bullet's going into the box. Too much really to work with here. The Steel Garden is going to be setting it up now for them. The shorty, second shot missing. Oxy couldn't quite adjust it. Flash through from Mitch. It's answered. Equal exchange there as Bang will rip his head clean off. And these players are starting to make their way in through into the B side. Zeppa still sitting pretty into elbow. But a pit down is going to make things difficult. There's a timing to be taken. Zeppa looks like he wants to try and jump on it. Zelsis shuts it down.
They don't know where these retakers are coming from. Could be elbow.
Damage done. 2 players of Sentinels weak. Contacting for now. Just walking all the way up with this pit up. It does let them get in for free. Cloud9 have got a lot of space as a result of it, but with net falling. Shorty out, that will finish off Zekken, and a bit of spraying and praying. The Sentinels stem the bleeding.
Fade ult here would catch all 3 players. Oh, he sent it towards A-Link.
It's in a different direction here. It's not going to be catching on to most of them here. Out through elbow, drop down, just crouched ever so slightly to the side. Sentinels are barreling over these Cloud9 players. An attempt at a defense being put up, but listen, they are just getting rolled over here. Significant chances in this round here for Cloud9 to be able to push back, but somehow Sentinels pull away, leaving it to net in a 1v4 here for the final round of this first half. First obstacle dealt with. He's got a pit to play around as well. It's going to be sowing a bit of confusion.
That could get funky.
Decay damage kicking in. A bit of spam could seriously do some damage now to these players. Just finding a pocket to play in. Zels is off to the side. Stray shots just not landing, and too many impossibilities to overcome in that spot here. So 75 is the finish. There it is. Blitzer in pace almost immediately here. The stun being used to try and push them back again once more. It's a fight taken. Sentinels are opting into this one. Bloodbath potentially being committed into the sides. With these pistols, anyone's game still. Cloud9 persevere.
And there's the Sky value. Double flashes coming whipping around the corner and blinding up the SEN players that were trying to get the refight. Bang might have a timing. They're retreating. C9 leaving. Bang not offered his chance to win the round.
Steadily walking around, making usage, getting the most out of the heal. Plays are topped up, so damage being undone. Bang and Zelsis are healthy though.
Bang's not going to be in an anchor position, but he's got a ghost, so long range.
Yeah.
Could be good.
This position is pretty essential, I think, to just try and push back any sort of A. He's actually repositioning over towards the side. He's going to miss this timing.
But I think they've got a good read on the timing in general, though. The Vice Thorns pop was perfectly timed from Zelsis.
Sending it around. Bang. Encroached upon now. Util's going to be used. So that reveals the hand of Cloud9. Jump spotting away. Mitch coming into the plant now. Information gathered.
Spike planted.
Plan for Cloud9 to retreat. Thorns. Slowing them down once more. Zelsis and Bang are going to be splitting up for this one. Trying to take it. Split up entirely. Where the hell are Mitch and Vic going? Just clearing out spawn, making sure that there's nobody there. So now full awareness of where Sentinels are going to be retaking from.
Oh, good risk from Zelsis, clearing elbow on his own, and now Bang can use paranoia towards spawn.
Here it is. Pushes forwards as well. Zelsis able to take control of the site with it. Flash going to be dealt with. A few stray shots as well. He's trying to do some damage to these players. Cloud9 they're out into the open. Zelsis, the tap onto the defuse. It's a wink on Erm, but it's while Vic leaps into the fray, taking a fight forwards anyway. And here's the footsteps. Mitch returns just in time with a fire. Shuts it down, and it gives Cloud9 that pistol round.
And SEN, maybe a bit scared about a force buy on the first half. They're not going to go for it themselves, though, on defense.
It's an interesting take. Falls up, drops down, looking for an easy pick, and there it is. Classic in hand. Zekken finds it onto Oxy. It's a gun way out into the open. Not retrievable, though. Going to be defended.
You saw so many players. The most obvious play here would be to call that reaction into A.
Yeah.
Obviously where Zelsis is hoping they go to, but it's not like there's Thorns, it's not like there's a gun on the other side of the map. And SEN are beating them there.
They are. Sentinels playing very fluid.
Surely Zeppa heard this, right? He must have heard all of the
They
rotations.
were walking all the way through spawn. Just fast onto it anyway. Trailblazer might have spotted them. Yeah, it does. Mitch is immediately calling for the rotation. Zeppa still has control of mid. Narrate's going to be hearing this, though, surely. Rumble of the footsteps. And again, the rotations move about. It's a grand migration here from Sentinels, just trying to follow the sound cues as best they possibly can. Chasing ghosts in the walls at this point here. Still Sentinels. They are going to be surrounding this site up with the weaponry advantage. Cloud9 setting themselves up nice and pretty now into the site, looking for a refight in through elbow. Not hiding their intent. Not walking about anyway. Taking it with quite a lot of bluster. There's players lying in wait here. Bangs missed the timing, yet still spotted out by Zelsis. These classics, they are tearing Cloud9 apart. They split up their pieces, and now hurting as a result of it. Mitch is really having to deal them a hard hand, and same can be said for Zeppa. In the end, they do clean it up nicely. Oh, now bonus round. Cloud9 look to convert if possible. Narrate. Oh, that is the performance we were expecting. He's been a top player for this team, and he shuts down 2 of Cloud9's.
It's a weird wall as well from John Cutie. I had a little gap in the side of it. Don't know whether that one was deliberate, but feasted. Now C9 left without any ults, without any real map control across mid, across A, having to slowly re-explore and clear corners with a minute on the clock.
Shadows traveling.
Smoke divides up.
It's a risky fight to take here for Bang and Zelsis.
So, noise cues heard. A bit of raw spam as well to try and help it out. Zeppa takes the time, he pushes past it! But that's a hell of a lot of damage. Straight through the box. It's Zelsis cleaving through them. Leaves Zeppa into a 1v2 though. Still very much winnable, and there's an ult in his back pocket if he chooses to use it.
He'd have to at least find a free kill to start.
30 seconds left.
Man down, Thorns, so he can't be swung from the side. A lot to deal with in this spot. More util expended. And maybe, just maybe, Zekken peeking forwards for the kill. Claims his life. Cloud9 will attempt to do it. They're trying to sell it with just the 2 of them Sky flashes forwards, but surely a bit of a realization kicking in potentially there. And all the way through, no, the players have been pulled away. Sentinels, they take the bait. Straight up here, in through the site. Mitch is essentially just giving his life for the cause to try and pull as much attention away as possible. Doesn't get a kill for it. There's 2 players down now for Cloud9. Sentinels play this one in a 5v3 retake. But the plan is down, and that's what their lives were spent for. Deep position by Net. It's a big map. Long rotations, time's already been taken off the clock.
The slower you go, the more the Steel Garden is going to work its magic from
Here
Zephyr.
it is, used bar for bar. Venn diagram on the map just being drawn out here. Both the guns being taken away, and Vic does take away Narrate's life. Holding it now close quarters just with that pistol in hand. Sentinels are just tiptoeing around. Trepidatious really is the attempt forwards. Again, that paranoia is beautiful. Cloud9 collapsing and controlling the state of the game. Macro, hello. Only do that with a raise on this map. It's Vic and Oxy taking lives away. And that spam over the shoulder. Mitch is just happy to help out. Any attempt of a response by Sentinels is shut down at a moment's notice. Still going to be creeping back in though, of course. They're on the half-by round. They can take risks on a round like this. Cloud9 waiting for that response though. Look at them.
Yeah, the patience is great. This is what we saw from them on Haven, particularly against Leviathan on their attack side, which was sick. Incredible patience being called by Mitch. And early on in this stage, remember how much they were getting tripped up by the clock? I mean, they were playing against Furia and losing rounds to the timer,
You know,
like over and over again. And
in
now,
interviews, they were talking about, you know, they're just trying to learn. They're trying to evolve as a team.
yeah,
You can see it's paid dividends at this point.
Enemy down.
Discipline that's just been learnt over time.
yeah,
Where the rest of these Sentinels players are.
they really do look like a better version of themselves.
30 seconds left.
The discipline and coordination with which they finish out rounds like this that are in advantage spots. I mean, none of the wobbles that we're seeing from them on anti-ecos, player advantage situations, they've been good for it.
Taking a peek forwards into the spawn there, just looking to build up a few more all points. It does hand over a gun though. Bang will be happy with that. That's his reward.
And remember, yesterday when we saw them play against Leviathan, it was still a really swingy game. So there were a couple of sides where Cloud9 just, I don't know, lost the plot maybe.
Banked, didn't really have a good game plan. Cool.
Yeah.
You know, the Haven defense side.
The Haven defense stands out to me like a sore thumb. But I think that was maybe just a misunderstanding of what they want to be doing with their comp. A bit too passive. But the thing is, we're not seeing that here at all. Both sides have actually looked really strong. But this is the round where C9 could run away with it.
Breaking the economy once more potentially here. There's a horn straight up the gut. Narrate. Bit of supplementary spam. Phantom in hand. There's no traces to give away his position. He's able to just help Zekken insert himself in through mid.
That's just a corrode moment. So many spam kills on this map through the mid channel.
Pretty much wants a map that we see here, to be honest.
Yeah. So this is gonna put the pressure on Mitch again in terms of his calling. He does have Seekers, he's got his pit as well, so if he can make his way to a site, they still have chances to win in a 4v5, but B is pretty much locked down by John. Viper's pit there is going to be so tough to be able to get through, even with the Seekers. Though you could try to make a play. I think you need mid control here.
Yeah. The A side. Now Vice Util. Net is the one gonna have to pressure. Baits out the wall. Backs out. Forces out the first set of Thorns. So Zekken taking a peek. Timing past it on that Prowler. Through mid, Zekken is going to be retreating. Seeker's going to be used now to clear out most of the way. 30 seconds left, roughly, to work with Cloud9. And what direction do they really want to go in here? Zephyr is inserted in through B main, but still that pit is difficult. To Blight is just inserted in through the choke point here with 22 seconds left. Time is getting against you. The Seize slows down the approach even more. You need some pressure to start coming through now with a Nightfall. That's a big collection. A lot of damage being done. Decayed down and the sound cue's cut away. Zephyr caught out in the open, and with John still alive, this is where the difficulties arise, because this guy is a nuisance. Not removed. Pit still up, and Vic left to do it all now alone. Surrounded on every single front. Dismantled.
Looking for Zekken maybe to take contact here and bait out the showstopper.
Sky flash onto the one side, gets the acknowledgement forwards again with the showstopper. He's looking for bodies now. Oxy's chasing down these Sentinels players. Narrate holds it down. It's ground gained. He hasn't given this one up now, and he's even pressing forwards now with the paranoia. It is perfect in terms of the timing. Second helps him out over the side. Weapon picked up. Regenerating those bullets, and he's got to work with and play with. Cloud9 have crumbled here. Play by Sentinels.
Vic just forced to escape.
Yeah.
Wants to keep the gun online because he's one of the players that wouldn't really be able to buy into the next.
That's beautiful work by Sen.
Yeah, 2 back-to-back rounds that are massively important for them.
Cloud9, you barely have any time to work with. No space anywhere else. 20 seconds. You're making your way over towards it now. Onto the B site. There's even more util that's going to be slowing you down. Snake Bite offloaded. John QT just pulling these seconds, and it's agony right now for Cloud9, but still the kills are offered up. Time is of the essence, really being brought down to the finer moments here with only 6 seconds remaining. This plant needs to go down, flooding all the way back in. Second knows he can punish Overdrive, and he's won the round. With a play like that, it's quick thinking that saves the day.
What a really nice round by Zekken there. And here they go for a slightly earlier tempo on A.
It's all in, really. Up through the A main choke. Bang! Steps forwards. The smoke to really cut this one out, and across the sky flash is perfect. Mitch forwards leading the charge.
All alone.
The IGL doing it himself. Steel Garden, maybe not even necessary here, but it slows down the approach from Sentinels, and it does get Cloud9 into that winning position.
They've got a lot of space here. A good crossfire across A link between Zephyr and Mitch, but it's the flank from Zekken that worries me about Cloud9's positioning.
Yeah, backs to the wall, only a box to cover Zephyr's position. He's playing in front of it for now as well. Swings out wide. That's going to be shots hammering into him now from either direction. The crossfire is good. Sentinels are dissecting this, but still, they're just 2 players. With time against them, what more can they do? Stun, ricochets, wall up through the window. It's going to be hiding most of the intent once more. Zekken trying to take it forwards, but that snake bite, so damn difficult. And with that circle shrinking, he knows it. Time is up. You play for the kills. But Cloud9 still, it's another round earned for them, up to 10.
Yeah, he's looking to play a bit more of a soft B retake kind of style. He's got the flash for re-clearing through elbow, and that's just spamming mid. Again, another corrode moment.
Always happens. Very narrow in terms of the choke point that you can really cross.
Looking towards the C's here from Narrate. He's jiggling for contact. On for info.
Yeah, the horn needs to be broken here, but as soon as it is, there's that acknowledgement. And already, bang, retreating forwards again, and there's just spam with the Phantom in hand. Picking apart this Cloud9 team when they're trying to gain this space.
And now Mitch has got a really difficult decision to make because, I mean, the economy is terrible. You're in a 3v5, you've actually got good map control and positioning, but Sen are kind of just waiting for you to make it to site.
30 seconds left.
This would be a disaster if C9 lost this for their economy.
3 players committing into it. The call is made. Slow going for now, but pure discipline on the other side of things. Zekken takes that point, and contact shots. Fired, Vic! Resetting the aim in time. Clicks himself 2.
I've got your
And in the 2v3, the Seekers are offloaded, broken. Majority of them narrate forwards, but he's overstepped himself. Vic is dominating right now.
Narrate just choosing to take a timing instead of playing with his teammates. He might want that one back.
This could mean absolutely everything here for Cloud9. Vic forwards. The approach taken out towards elbow. Trailblazer was broken. The plan is not ideal. Tucked tight into the corner here for Sentinels to work with, potentially, but they're twisting and turning. John holding at least onto the one angle. Half already earned up. Zelters claims the kill's there. And the shots are Wimpy. Vic, he's done so well up to this point, but just can't get it over the line. Util already going to be popped off here. Players are past this one though, but oh, the TP committed. Vic is gone. Sent back to the spectator seat. Zelsis, it's an old primes, ready to let loose and unleash. Steel Garden is making things mighty difficult, mighty awkward, and no one expects it from above. Zelsis clotheslines them. The reposition of Cloud9 is a death sentence as their positions are spotted out. Nightfall paranoia all sweeping forwards, and they don't even need the best guns for it. A lightning fast finish from map number 1. And Sentinels, they do wrap it up. Now a big old rotation here from these Cloud9 players. They're going to be taking their time to shine soon enough here. Dash is going to be procced. All down, plant, in order. That's a vulnerable and a shock. You can see the idea is already coming about. An attempt of it anyway, but that damage done. Vulnerable ticking up. Zekin has just deleted one shot to the body. Zelsis trying to hold them all the way back. There's no plant down yet, and the Cloud9 players are swarming into this site, trying to take the fight by storm. The site might just be theirs. They spotted the last one. It's a straggler in the name of Zelsis, and he's down and out for the count. Still, Sen have walked all the way up here. Ton of space given up to them. Again, playing that retake. Vulnerables across. Shockies are flying forwards. There's that long-range artillery, and shots are hammering into these Sentinels players. Once more, Zekin will fall, but the plan was down. That was the goal for Sentinels.
There was a lot of damage on John. He got dropped down to 26 health.
Nade rebounds, makes the retake a little bit easier then. It does push these players out into the open, wide for the taking. Really seeing the pieces put together here, and why this composition is taking their scrims by storm.
The theory is going to be so tough for Sen to deal with that it's good for it the first time you pull it out.
Shocking and vulnerable here. Oxy is way up in your face. Satchel's up onto belt. Skips past all that util, breaking the pace of the game. The expectations, I suppose, for Sentinels to be taking fights that early. They weren't thinking about it.
That's a defensive shot that quite a lot of other teams are doing, but nobody else combos it with an ISO vulnerable.
Yeah.
And a triple reclear out through mid, looking for the lurker. They know the bang was somewhere around here because Killjoy util got broken. So they're going hunting. And bang doesn't want any piece of it.
Guards down. They're like, okay, well, Zelsis out of range. We'll take the timing gladly. Walls up. Zelsis on top of it. Wants to take the fight anyway. Straight to them. Net is gone.
Yeah, that's a really good adaptation from Zelsis, and Oxy caught on the flank as well. A chance here for Sen in the round. 4v3. But because they couldn't get the plant down, there are still some pieces of danger here. Only one shock, really, though.
Just need to wait their time out, though, for the wall to go back up. Got enough fuel now. They can make a play forwards. Cloud9 are grouped. All not exactly broken as well. Now Swarm protects, so nobody can push past this one with the drone to set it forwards. Vic, there it is. Snappy from Zepper. Blink of an eye. It's all going to pot right now for Sentinels. Bang's left to see if he can do it all. Finds the first, drops down. Got fire trying to hide it, and he's really ISOing these fights. Swinging around and wide, that rifle aim is immaculate. Purely control, purely composed. Broken from the bottom section, out through the window is watched for though. Zephyr aware of the possibilities, the weakness and the angles. Might have even seen a second player, but aim trained.
Mitch is in a very deep pushed up spot here. And Oxy's not quite holding that
Really
top
weird
nest
spot.
position.
Oh, onto the ropes, that's bullets through the wall.
That should set up for Mitch to punish.
Very low, Mitch doesn't want to take the swing.
Just letting Zelsis escape. He's limping. They're going to get healed up a little more by John. And a finish over towards B. Net still has Snakebite. Players trying to drift over towards C. Remember that the plant, if it does come through, Vic can rip somebody away. So you've got to put a body in front of the planter to deliberately get grabbed by the ice wall. There's just so much to think about.
30 seconds left.
It's not usually the norm when you're playing Icebox. It's normally quite standard stuff. John with the plant. And there it is. Oh, ripped away, but not in time to deny that plant. Still forces out the 1v1 with the shields there. John just can't quite handle it. Vic takes him out. Advantage now by 2 players. Sentinels have got to try and hold this one back. At least they have the plant down. Forward position. And the rate. It's a one and done by every single margin. That Snakebite just pushing out to the fight. Down the Swarms as well, forcing the issue. Systematic here from Cloud9. Slowly but surely trying to piece together the fight. And Zelsis just realizes, okay, we're going to give this one up entirely.
And optimizing to try to get up to the next ulti here for Vic.
Pull back the spot. It's a luxury of running the Sage. It's going to be hard committed here. Rifle player in the hands of Zek, and there it is. Zephyr's gone. There's weaker weaponry, but now there is danger here. Sentinels are in a pretty good spot for it. Big highlights, big lights up. That's the shield gone. Down and out with the stinger. John's doing that. Zekin defends. Up and over towards the top. It's a dash back to disengage. But forwards again, pressing the advantage. It's the Sentinels, and they strike back hard. Zekin. Shock dart preemptive. To get rid of the nano swarms here. Forwards. What a fight to take. Hunter's Fury. It's uploaded now. That might just be the panic button being hit. Does push back that plant for now. Wall needs to be broken, at least a portion of it, but Sentinels still comfortable playing around this one. Shock dart's going wide. There's in the back pocket as well to work around. John, he could bring Zekin straight back into the fold once more, but it's a pushed forwards position. Rolling retreat by Sentinels. Fighting hard, give up the space. John QT is taking liberties. Overextended himself here, but listen, he might just be stopping them all. Solo, Dolo, Zelsis helps him out right from the side. Whole lot of util being expended just to try and slow this one down, but Sentinels have a Pretty good idea of how they want to fight this one now. Playing back. It's Narrate's ult, earned up. Off that tap of the spike. Denies them the chance to get any sort of time onto this one, and time is ticking. Ran way too short. Cloud9 realize it. Immediately coming up with appropriate answers. Sentinels, what a bounce back. Sentinels going to be trying to play this one as standard as possible, really. Vulnerable. Nades out towards the backside of yellow. There's no swing in sight, so nothing to push and really make the play to try and help get that kill onto Zekken. Oh, line him up. A quick updraft dash to get the hell out of there.
This next round is going to be tough for Sen, though. You know, celebrate that you've managed to figure out what's going on currently, and now buying time for C9 to get rotators in.
Bang, he hears it. There's a lot of presence here. That shield's going to be broken. Oxy was meant to try and defend that one. Vic just fade away out to the side. Doesn't have a shield for this fight here. Bang can easily win it out, but Vic dominates it. Takes out that fight, but dropped down as well. It could have been punished potentially there for it. John had that space, but that was just playing for the res. All up, doubled up, out towards it, and out he swings. Need to be time to cover. Sentinels just disjointed. I think the time pressure getting to them, feeling like they had to make a play.
10 seconds left.
Not enough seconds to play with in the round here. Despite how chaotic that round went. So there's going to be a round one out here by Cloud9. Purely off the back of the ultimates that they've got.
Silver lining for Sentinels is they did manage to force a couple big ones out.
That's a brave play when you don't really know what these players are. Zekken, you are dicing with depth there, buddy, yet still he wins it out. Baits out the shots, just poking his head up.
Imi talking a lot about how Oxy has better raw aim than Zekken.
Vic can't commit it into this spot. We'll have to pull back now. Shield active. All up. Front of that util as well. Vic feeling like he has to make a play. That is okay. Spamming onto the line.
Bit of a strange decision to fight the ISO while they still have the shield active. But now, pushed out. Zelsis' ult is going to allow Bang to get in. They should be able to get a plant and a pit off the back of this, and it'll be so tough for C9.
There it is. Pit's going to be lined up nice and ready. Bang. Lets it loose now. Plant down with no problems here. Very difficult retake here for Cloud9, and the pit might be able to get them a lot of space in. Through the back and the side, this flank is important. But the rate on the off angle, very unexpected. Fight still happening as well on multiple fronts here. It's just dodging, juking, spamming away with the bullets. Narrate wins his fight out. With that, the threat of the flank removed. Cloud9 already second-guessing whether they should even make a go of this. Tiptoeing around, but it looks like they are looking for the exit.
Sentinels playing their ult round there really nicely. They knew what the win condition was. Forced down Vic. Lockdown popped in. Just got the perfect pit and plant to be able to secure. I am impressed with the way that Sentinels is calling on the attack. Really deep push-up position from net.
Incredibly deep push. That is unorthodox, but what an entry! Oxy will delete him. Satchel down. Just to try and escape this one. Still, Sentinels don't want to give this one up. Taking fights forward, past it, but the wall is still up, and it is decaying them down and ripping them to shreds. Pit is down. Difficult to work through, but again, Sentinels just calling the contact plays all the way up, and there it is. Pit's going to be dropped down. Blink of an eye. Jump forward again here. This flank's occurring. Triple up. Cloud9 trying to take this one from multiple directions. Just holding it back for now.
They got past
All
the
about how
tower.
this fight gets taken. Shield pop. That is precisely the wrong play you want to be walking into. Zelsis operator not too good against that. Vulnerable up. Sliding to the side here. It's a full committal from Cloud9 off onto that flank, and Sen having to flip the script here. And their understanding of how they were holding onto that one just topples in an instant. Oxy straight into the fight again. That's a Hunter's Fury trying to set this guy up again. But the dart not dealt with. Oxy was lit up, and Zelsis ready to contain, holding down the extra avenues. Potential for that spillage. The ult even lost out. Vic can't get it done against the IGL. Sentinels. Basically everything going wrong for Cloud9 there on every single section of the map. Look at where the X's are.
Yeah, literally everywhere around the map. Cloud9 were not able to put any level of success together. I don't know why they've gone for something so aggressive in the final round. Just trying to throw Sentinels off, I suppose.
Yeah.
But Midge left wondering if that was the right call. They had incredible ults to deny the plant and put some pressure on Sen, but it's going to be a dead even half.
Grouped up now shoulder to shoulder with that shield, but it's already popped off here, and Vic just whittled down to about 4 HP, swinging from the side. Oxy It's gone down and out. Zelsis is doing a number on him, but Cloud9 are still in this one. Fighting tooth and nail, not willing to give this one up. But it could be anyone's game yet still. Mitch barely onto anything whatsoever. The shots are good, but Zelsis versus Zeppa. Killjoy versus Killjoy. Barely any health left. It comes down to the timing! Oh my goodness! Something that can fly potentially, but taking it, rifles out. Trying to dissect most of the site. Clears the way.
Get a plant down. Give Vic a stinger.
Oh yeah, there you go. Give it a Vic.
Yeah.
There's two away.
And now just let Vic hunt. He can take the ghost because he doesn't even need a kill. He can just get it with a death.
Yeah, we're watching some flowchart Valorant right now.
Yeah, and Sentinels, their flowchart says, just die to Spike. Do not die to Vic.
Avoid Vic.
Don't even necessarily want to play for exits. Literally just... The thing is though too, even if they all die to Spike, how do you stop Vic just taking that ult orb, or the one on B, and ripping an ISO ult into you for the next round? I think it's so tough to defensively fight over those ult orbs.
It's going to be tricky. And Narrate lasts alive. They're trying to keep him alive as well. Put this guy on ice potentially, but Vic doesn't get there in time. Oh, wall being used. This is cheeky. Cloud9 going for a bit of a split into the B, using the wall to try and get themselves in, but no clearance into the corner! And the wall does not last that long. Guns will beam you down if you're not ready for it.
Well, I appreciate the idea.
I do, but improvisation on icebox equals loss. That's what we've learned over these years.
Well, they're thinking that Sen is going to be defending those ult orbs, so why not send something through mid, pick something out of the strat book, a mid to B, set play, but it immediately gets destroyed.
Yeah. Nice idea.
Can Zeppa pick up some free pieces here?
There's a free kill.
Yeah.
Does reveal his position with it.
He gets another in this spot, though.
Mitch.
Last
Hold on.
player standing.
Piecing it together, maybe. Now, with Zeppa going down, chances go skyrocketing downwards, really, for Mitch. Gonna have to get a bit of a move on. There's 40 seconds left.
But any kill that Mitch gets, really good in terms of harming the Sentinels economy, building up his ult. Never mind.
Bang wants nothing to do with it. He knows what's
you want
coming.
to leave. You do not want to get tagged by that drone because he'll get ISO ulted. There you go.
He's sending it anyway. Blind as anything, but he does manage to grab up the one. Zelsis gone. Trying to win that fight. Out. Tapping away with a rifle. Claims to Killjoy's life, and that means the setup goes down, but so does the curtain drop down. It's an open fight to be taken still. Swings. No coverage. Narrator's found the timing.
C9 need to get some help for the planter there. That is Bait City.
Yeah, just leaving them on an island. Like my ranked games, man.
I mean, that's tough. Vic was coming back out of the ultimate, really wasn't ready, and Oxy was backing. Maybe just thought they had a free plant.
3. There's a fight taken. Zeppa wins it.
Good lurk. Again, abusing the fact that the Killjoy died early, and there's Zeppa again. Swings back around. What awareness.
He's playing deathmatch right now. Hunting out the next players, the next kills. While around it, finding bang, and delivers the death blow.
Defenders moving over towards the A site, and instead, attackers moving in here towards Bang.
Bang.
Can't get enough done.
He's playing aggro because he's only got the Sheriff. Full speed ahead now. Vic, more forwards just to deny potential for the spam, and he is being covered this time. Teammates holding it down. Stray bullets as well, flying up towards heaven, and now Sentinels, at this point, hold tab. Got to see the state of the game because so close to multiple ultimates, you really do want to go down to the spike. Don't want to be generating it for Cloud9.
Zelsis might not. I mean, Zelsis dying is probably better for Sentinels. To be able to have a lockdown to be able to work with to some degree, but also Mitch just with the Hunter's Fury can counter it, so...
Yeah.
Dude, this is going to get really tough.
Peeking into it. Zeppa. Just the one. Player as well, Mitch. Claiming it out here. The rate will go down into the spike, and you're right, it just gets harder and harder and harder now.
Yeah, this has been such a good pocket pick for C9.
So full site take, Cloud9 not being pushed back from it. Dart does reveal. Vic getting ever so close now, one away from the ult of his own. There's a ton of util. Oh my goodness! Rocket in your face. Still the kills. Late claim here towards most of this side, but no one really anticipating the top of that angle. Rez online. Getting Zekken back into the fight, your star player to survive here, but Net on the flank already backstabbing. It's going to be dealt with. Zekken rips his head clean off, and everybody's covering here. Appropriate angles. Sentinels, clean on the retake. Good plan of action.
Narrate can go for a Hunter's Fury here. He doesn't have to worry about countering Zephyr anymore.
Bang, caught towards the back there. That's just from the shots that he was firing off, and now he needs to try and win this fight out, but Vic has the shield. The advantage is all his.
And now Narrate can't really go for a safe ult.
I don't want to fight forwards.
Yeah, this is great. What a
Aggro's
read.
anything. So down towards the back here with a satchel play, trying to jostle and move around the race, so he's fully uncomfortable taking that fight out. The quick win for it. Double face up. It's Cord 4, swinging wide with a slow over to try and slow it all the way down. Oxy still thorn in their sides and able to be removed from this angle. Lights out for it. It's that high-low swinging setup. Sentinels improvising. Attempting to remove these pesky problem players. Finally, they have control of back at the side, but the issues just keep cropping up.
Johnny's worried that people could be in kitchen.
Yeah.
Seconds having to full clear orange, sight,
No
default.
knowledge of where these players are.
What a great round from Cloud9. That really is marvelous stuff from them. The push through into Snowman, recognizing that Narrate would be trying to play around there with the Hunter's Fury to deny the plan. Playing so much further ahead of their own plan. That's what you like to see. Not just trying to throw somebody in there to see if they can get the spike in the ground. Yeah, the spike is heading over towards B here.
Second, there's a chance.
Mitch has been amazing today. His aim's been so good. And the calls are pretty similarly hello, what's going on here? Okay, they are committing to the fake then. I was wondering for a moment if they thought they had the A site for free and the spike was going to come back over here, but whilst all of this pressure was coming towards A, Zephyr, Net, establishing position on B, but they've slowed the round down. Defense is going to be spread.
Yeah, very much so here.
And these nanoswarms that are down on B are designed to try to stop you from pushing Snowman or pushing deep on site. So no longer is Zelsis trying to deny the plant. Now he's just trying to hold space for the defenders. And let Narrate ult.
You hear the sound cues here. Orbs up. Satchel. Not sure if that was really intended, but still. Dropping it down here. And now
Narrate's
Swarms
got the round with the
here
ult.
it is. Bang! It's beautiful. Out towards the back here. Narrate's own all as well, just trying to really lay claim and pave a path to success. A deep push into the back of the spawn, but the spike is down in time. Was a tight timing to be able to take. Zelsis barely alive there, escaping the ire. Oxy and Mitch have got to do it all now. It's a 2v3 for them. Disciplined positions from Sentinels, not willing to give anything away, no mistakes to lose this round for them. Zelsis sidestepping, wins it out. Phantom in hand, Narrate. Zelsis hears it, footsteps rumbling now, and the alarm bot even just triggering. Wants to take the timing. He knows that there's a chance for it to really light them up. Bullets shredding them, damage done, but just a 1 kill to his name. Plant down now for Mitch. Still not worried at the back of their minds. They haven't cleared out that B main angle. But the same can be said for Sentinels. There's so much uncertainty. Kitchen control completely lost. How the hell do you clear this? How do you simplify it?
Every single player on the map is worried they're going to get shot in the back.
Yeah, twisting and turning. It's all about a game of timings to this degree. Cloud9 are sitting nice and pretty. Zephyr just jiggling with the peak. Shots taken, the rate already falling. Zekken trying to apply that pressure onto the backside of Kitchen again, but time is just running away from them. The slow orb, Zephyr. Nowhere to run really here, but still being covered out. And even with Zekken just trying to adjust it with the movement. Aim is good from Net. Tracks the target down. And Cloud9 are up to 12. Smoke round to the side, Vic. A few pot shots fired off as well. Bullets are rattled. It is an exchange. At least of the bodies traded out. Flank still being watchful here. There's a lot of pressure being applied quick and fast. Sentinels need to take this one, and they are at least claiming a few of the lives in the process. Still decayed down, and now that ult pulled out. Hunter's Fury pushing forwards. Kills again found. Zelsis is finding his targets with that shorty in hand. Bang! He does return it with a fire, but still time! Time! And a shutdown to finish. Might not have even been enough anyway. Might not have even been needed, but we are going to Lotus. Surprise, spoiled. Paranoia swings forwards anyway. There's a curtain and a wall of that fuel in your face still. Cloud9 are looking for the kills to be claimed here. Out towards it, damage done. Zelsis barely anything alive, but still has that weapon in his hands. Reload, committed to it. Now a quick pivot over towards the B site, realizing that that's a deep push out.
Narrate is so alone here and so weak. Zekken got himself tucked into stairs. Zelsis is back at rubble. Really isolated spots.
Trying to find his kill onto Vic. Snappy from Zekken, straight to the cranium.
That's huge, because now Zekken can relocate back with Narrate.
And a Prowler spoils the party ever so slightly. There's damage done as well to this player sticking, but it's being covered as well by Mitch. In through that main angle, being squeezed. The pressure is there, but all the way, the full stick. Confidence that their team can hold it all the way down.
A force buy because Sen got so many kills and the plant.
I mean, they've all in. It's a raid boss moment. They're trying to really insert themselves here towards this A-Rubble fight. Second only gets the one before he does go down to TP. They didn't have a clue. It's Vic. He's out like a thief in the night, and we're getting that swing from Net as well. Not really supplanted with anything else. The paranoia a little bit late to the party. This is frantic from Cloud9. Not realizing how to really play into this one when Sentinels did show up. They're angry, determined to plant down. Weapons picked back up here, Zephyr. It's a timing to be taken, but I think with the footsteps, gives it up, still clears the corner. Diligence is there. But a 1v2 is what he's facing. Spots the first, waiting for the re-swing. Doesn't know where John's position is. Just trying to bait out with the shots, seeing if he can pull the player out wide into the open to get a bit more information, but 5 bullets left to work with. Not a lot to do. Still the bullets, they're raining true, and that's damage done. Last player weak. Zephyr might have done enough. A tap out wide! Zephyr plays it perfectly!
The open of the door from John has pulled 4 players over towards the A-B kind of side of the map.
Oh, what a shot by Zekken. Half armor onto Zephyr. He's annihilated on the opposite side of that one here. There's Util that's primed and ready, but the orb up slows the approach.
There's 2 more players with light armor.
35 seconds left. Space is taken up here by John. He's calling for the pivot to be happening here and now. Make the move over towards the A side, realizing that pretty much everybody is retreated. Doesn't have complete control towards it. It's 25 seconds.
They think it's going back into C. Mitch made the call. Guys, the B is a fake, but he didn't realize where they were headed.
All the way over towards A. Mitch bursts the door wide open here, and there was plenty of time to spare for the plant.
Surely this isn't the round that SEN win.
No way. Barely anything to work with. Scraps, odds, and ends. Util's going to be used there. Pushes them back away from that retake even being a possibility. Steel guard, and that was earned up. Celsius's kills coming in handy. John has already ripped the head off the opposite IGL. Moving away, this is a save.
A save? 3v5 with better guns and they're saving.
That's crazy. The
Wow.
kills ended up mattering in the pistol round that they lost.
That is ludicrous. I can't believe the beginning that we've had here on Lotus. It's the most unlikely of situations and rounds. The calling here from John, though, was super good. He bamboozled Mitch. Mitch had no clue what was going on. Pressure over towards C. Zekken getting in and finding a play with light armor. And John just works his way up behind the Viper wall, happy as Larry.
They have waterfall control, they have CT control. It's a matter of time at this point. The rate, it's going to be that first line of defense, holding against that smoke, but now fades away. Pressure is really on him. And not enough damage done. It was a fade away on it. Look at the rate go! Just let loose. They're all grouped up as the barriers drop, and this very much all in with a Util. Second, spraying them down! Making them pay. They're thinking that they can take control of this fight. Cover going out. Instant action for Sentinels.
I mean, unless they can get a little bit of a poke and a prod here from Net, this is going to be another economical disaster.
Yeah, Nightfall as well. Immediately going to be scurrying away out of it. Mitch thought he could at least supplement the defense, fill in the gaps, just avoiding that Nightfall. But again, you have to scurry and back away. It's decided just like that.
That was almost a safe call even when Mitch was alive. SEN barreled in, 2 kills instantly, dominated the rubble fight, and then just had that fade ult in their back pocket. What are you going to do about that? Yeah. What on earth do you do about that? And now because Zekken's had a pop-off round, showstopper up.
Snowballing.
Yeah.
That's what they've been trying to avoid by saving so much, I think, just giving away the unnecessary kills.
If they see this stack, they could still pivot B.
Minnie now with a showstopper, through into the back as well. Nets just obliterated into the back. Oxy, an attempt to return that fire. He's gone done. Dusted Zekken, dissecting towards the back.
He's a phenom. He is just a phenom.
And there it is, ults there, available. Let loose now. Oxy's going to be trying to lead that charge. It's on their own, but with the rifle, oh boy, tucked away in time. Guns ripped away, snakebite into the back. This is pure chaos occurring. And Ray's looking to see if he can paint a clearer picture for the rest of his team. A full committal and a stick into the back, Vic.
One enemy remaining.
Doesn't know where to look, doesn't know where to stand. Cloud9, when these rounds have been going into chaos, normally they've been coming out on top, but this time SEN are aware of almost everything going on. And it's so damn hard to stop them when they're rolling like this.
They're hyper aware. They're one step ahead of everything that Cloud9 is planning. They know even coming out of the tac timeout, I think, or they must suspect that C9 are going to fight even heavier for rubble. Because losing rubble control is so important, as I was yapping on about a couple of rounds ago.
Trying to give it to him. place of that Old Testament, but still he's going to be falling. Zephyr with a frenzy. How is he pulling this one out? It's a spike drop down. The rate is left to salvage the operation. Plucks 2 out of the picture. It could be the safety net that Sentinels needed.
Net is sprinting towards them. He knows they can't hear a thing.
No sound cues. It's 2 taken away just from it, but I'm getting that awareness just a little bit too late. Narrate, not able to get towards it. Snake by stair and a wall propped up at the seas. Dodged, avoided. Zelsis juking. One hell of a task ahead of him. Doubled up, moving up on top of the wall. They don't hear a bloody thing. Zelsis, wicked magic.
That's an insane clutch. That was chaos. They
Yeah.
deliberately made that round utterly chaotic. They wanted Sentinels to fly into C. And this round, Seconds found the opener again.
Composed. When Cloud9 have got the weapons, it's a round that they can't afford to lose.
It's a really common strategy to try to pick off that C player who loves jiggle peeking for info.
For the operator. Zekken's been sent in. Bang's going to be joining him. Thorns out through the back.
The double
it's an
dive.
indicator. Zephyr is going to try and hold this back again, but the Prowler, it points it out. He's tucked close, tight to the corner again. Swinging out wide. Satchel's good. Trying to disjoint this one. Oxy batters into his own hands, but not enough. Too much to overcome. This is overwhelming. Cloud9 try and match the tempo. They can't keep up.
The double dive coming in from Sentinels onto the C site has got to be stopped. C9 need a plan. They need to put their Vice Flash in a position where they can pop it and get that swing. They're putting Thorns down at the front. What they need to do is set up a way of punishing Bang and Zekken as they enter onto the site. You need to be taking the fight to them as the wall is tripped.
Yeah.
And instead, Sen just have 2 players in. It doesn't matter that the other 3 are locked off. How are you going to quickly deal with Zekken and Bang if you're not fighting them in the first couple of seconds? C9 are getting rolled on C. And they were getting rolled on A before they started stacking 4 bodies to fight on Rubble. It's not like they got options elsewhere.
Oh, John just sees it. As soon as they use the abundance of util to try and take a Rubble control, it's like, okay, well, their C's weaker. Move over there instead. Calling for them and just trying to sniff out and hunt the rest of these players so they can't keep the guns. He's about to take a fight of his own. Zelsis creeping ever closer. Forwards, not anticipating that one here. Vic absorbing a lot of that pressure, laying down the smoke now to try and slow down the approach.
Can Vic stand strong? He's got help from Zephyr.
There.
Player's been caught. He's keeping 2 of these Cloud9 players anchored over towards A, so it is a weaker C side. Paranoia forwards just before that. Horns. And already you're seeing the spam come forwards. That is a kill claimed. Already swinging, fighting, aggression. Name of the game. Cloud9 trying to get way ahead of it again.
That's that adjustment I'm talking about. You've got to actually fight Zekken and Bang as they're teleporting, as they're blast packing in. So good adjustment from C9 here.
Just left him out. Narrates alone. Isolated onto the site here. We'll be able to at least claim one of the lives. Mitch trying to take that fight a little bit too early. Ult committed. Feels winnable for Sentinels. They want to try and take this one, but it needs to be watchful from above. John's gone, falling, and the satchels are perfect. Already players gearing up for a bit of an exchange of the bullets here. Just hopping across here. Bang is tucked into the corner once more. Where's the exit? Second was hard committed. It's a heavy lick dealt by Oxy. And pushing them back all the way for the rotation. Sentinels see all that pressure, see all the presence of the bodies as well. They know that A should be relatively free. John's calling for a calm approach, walking up now steadily. Guns out, well trained onto the angles where they could be peeking from. Mitch is an off angle. Smoke in his face. Taking space forwards now. He's past the Thorns entirely. Not being watchful, there's a game of timings to be taken. Fight, 1 out, Bang gone. It is traded, but they haven't dealt with Net still. Can't he root this guy?
Where is Zelsis going?
Can't uproot him whatsoever. Where is Zelsis going? Straight up to through spawn. Trying to flip this entirely, but it's all watched for by Vic. Bang's going to be trying to set it up now with the Prowler. Paranoia triggers all of it, but now Paranoia as the response. It's an equivalent exchange, but Zekken just reigning supreme from that top spot. Now Oxy hard committed into the corner. Will eventually be cleaned up, not before he's done the damage. 2 players gone. All considered, Zelsis will let it rip. They want an easy access to this C site. No more surprises. 2 players to try and retake into this one. Mitch and Net straight into the pit. Very difficult ask. It all comes down to the game of timings. Fast and loose is how Mitch wants to play it. But Net being caught as well. 8-4. It's the finish we're looking at here for Sentinels in this first half. Nade waiting. Held for now. Mitch will commit to the plan. Nothing to push him back off of that one, and a fight is called for. Cloud9 want to take this one up close and personal, up through into heaven, but it's rapid on either side of things. Sentinels straight up through blue room. It's a paranoia in their face, and a nade rebounds, crossing them all the way up. Damage done. It's bloody business in the end, but it leaves just Oxy alive, seized up. Nade rips share. I mean, just no chance at all. Good luck to you. Nade, Horn, Thorns, everything going to be utilized now to try and speed their way up through this 1 second. Holding tight, tucked to the corner once more. Bit of damage done, but again, he's alone here and isolated. Out into the open, throwing out that util. Swarmed by Cloud9.
When Bang fell, Zekken was just stuck in no man's land. House of Cards crumbled. Cloud9 with an opportunity here. They really needed this.
Digging deep. Tucking into the back of the site. Sees. Preemptive. Bullets flying forwards here. Cloud9 have got a strong hold enough here, but one player falls. If Oxy gone, might look more doable. Util now flying forwards here, throwing a kitchen sink at them, seeing if they can take the fight forwards. The trades are good. Light them all up here, but the weapon needs to be exchanged, Elsis! Just with the classic. Time ticking away. Enough being burnt off the clock that it will be inevitable here. Cloud9 take it, but not without some heavy damage being done. I'm going to be following the action. Sound cues. Oh my goodness, Oxy not ready for it. Just dips his way into the smoke and attempted a trade. It's fast and loose here from Cloud9. Trying to take this one all the way towards them. Sentinels are already home, ready to receive. Potentially to push them back as well. They're not being denied that space that they've got here. It's a season nade in through the back. Mitch forced to press forwards, but a nade will finish him off. Cleared out.
So much damage done. So much damage done in the opposite direction as well, though, Brent. The Sen players are so weak.
Whittled to barely anything at all. Weaponry advantage still here for Cloud9. Pixel angles held, but Zephyr from that high ground. Doors opened up with the orb, which is holding on every possible position. He's got to know that John could have potentially crossed up here, but might have found that timing. Aim was still trained. Time's ticking, though.
And exits to be played. Damage to be done to the economy, I think.
Steps forwards. Looking to do that damage to the economy, like you were mentioning. The guns they take out will be good for them, but Cloud9 survive. To all his util and the positions that Cloud9 have, as we're going to come down to the trades in the util and how it gets used. Smoke propped up again. Blooms and blossoms up towards heaven. Asatra to try and push them back once more. Paranoia is good, but Mitch falls. Second is the leading number. Oxy let loose once more and unleashes. A lot of damage done. Shows the momentum. Second collects. Deep clearance from Sentinels on the other side of the map. Trouble fully theirs, just from the haunts. Stack up for the bodies now. They want to send it flying forwards. Paranoia. Man, it's not. This is the pre-aim into the corner. Oxy. My God, man. It's a one-man army here. Taking the site by storm. John barely dodging and juking most of the util coming his way, but still stands his ground towards a bite. There is no smoke to split him up. With Vic down. I don't have that luxury. Gearing up now. Sentinels will still look to do some damage and take this retake forwards. Nade rebounds! And there's a kill collected. Thorns even deaded Mitch. Very uncomfortable in this spot here. But he's got to deliver it from the off angle here. Creeping closer. The pause called for by Sentinels, just inserting it to make C9 so much more uncomfortable. Mitch, an attempt at a spray down. Doesn't go his way. Just a one, but still a kill claimed on the second. Tap of the spike. Narrate. Trying to calm things down, but this round getting away from him now. Time ticks.
The shooters look sharp over on Sentinels, but Cloud9 get themselves into another favored position.
Out towards heaven. John's there, taking a swing anyway. Thorns here to supplement. Big Horns lights them all up, and his players are being chunked down. Snakebite. It's deadly business, but slightest of pockets that have been found. Vic is able to at least be safe, tucked down.
Celsius got a gun.
Pause is called for here by Cloud9. They're waiting for signs of life, and as that peek comes through, there it is. Rewarded for it in the end. The peaks from Sentinels not coming to fruition.
Tense spot for C9 to get through. Zekken not offered an opportunity with this hero rifle that he started the round with. The whole game plan for Sen was to drive people into A. But Cloud9, they take the path offered to them and turn it into a round victory. And now, like I was talking about before, next rifle round, what does Sen have to work with? Okay, they have a fade ult. But you look at Cloud9 on their attack side, and Mitch, in terms of thinking about what he's got, tools to work with as an IGL, it's just such a alley-oop slam dunk combo of Steel Garden into Viper's Pit.
Yeah.
So if you can find an opportunity to get Zephyr deep inserted onto Mound or the little cubby up front B.
Feels like a B pop at this point. Sentinels are gathering up to try and shut this one down, but Oxy never denied. Sky is willing to really turn up when it matters most, and 8 rebounding. John forcing to back himself into the corner.
30 seconds left.
Barely alive at anything, just limping into this fight in the fray, but it's still a 2v2 with a hit down, a race forward. He's found that timing. Pitch drop down, thinking the 1v1, but he wins it out. Horn in through the back, it's going to be broken early. Backside control is not there for Cloud9. Pressing forwards, bang! Lights them up. Hero when they needed it in that moment as well, and tapping away with the rifles, baited into the fight. Oxy with nade out, no weapon in his sights. Pressing forwards again, net is deleted. Let's lay it down, John is alone. Could be vulnerable, second guessing themselves. Zekken drifting in and out, that's a difficult fight to take. Open up to multiple angles there, he's going to be dropped.
A major first kill here for Cloud9. Just a clean 5v4 with options. They could hit any of the 3 sites. Haunt out from Narrate. Makes them pretty confident, Sentinels, that this is ending A, but can they get bodies here in time?
That's the question. Nightfall scatters into the back, gives a clear focus picture of how this hold is going down. There's Yuto to try and delay them again. Sentinels are getting bodies into the mix. Gonna try and fight this one tooth and nail, but straight through the smokes. The bullets are finding domes. And just like that, your chances reduced to almost 0.
And that is perfection from Cloud9. They couldn't ask for anything better. They only had to use that one ultimate. Oxy can keep a showstopper. And they'll have chances in the next. These players can even upgrade. They bought such shoddy weaponry into this round that anybody who survives is going to be able to find a gun.
To the bodies, Paranoia sees an innate water back, showstopper! Glides and finds his mark. Zekken obliterated. Up towards the top as well. Cloud9 are willing to fully scrap and brawl into this. Sentinels with that rolling retreat again. Absorbing a lot of that pressure, but they've already lost one of their key players.
And they've already lost a key
Cloud9?
ultimate C9.
Not slowing down, they want to actually hard commit into this one. The smoke was a watchful bang. To time it to take, he's evened it up. And these players are now surrounded.
Yeah, they've got terrible positioning on site. They need to fight for something. Oxy's got to go heaven.
Zelsa's got the ult. Critical engagement taken, it's still got us to push them all into the corner. How do they fight even forwards? This is going to be Sentinels taking up space onto the site. Rifles need to be here for them. Shorty in Oxy's hands. Ulta fading away in the midst of all of it. It leaves it down to John in a 1v2. To finish up the map to seal the deal, a tap. It's still uncomfortable here for Cloud9. Damage done to Vic, just holding. Hoping to bait John out into the open. Smoke up in his face. Difficult fight to take, but it could be a chance still. Vic committing. QT is creeping. So many unknowns around, but Vic finds that timing. John. Sentinels could be sent flying forwards into that upper bracket. C9. It all backs onto this one. Look at them. Vulnerable to forwards and all. It's all being offloaded. Vulnerable into the corner. Bang. He's creeping, crawling, and he's found his time to strike. 13 seconds left to 2v2.
10 seconds
I think
left.
C9 have actually done fairly well in that, but here comes a nade!
Oh, Vic! No way! Straight bullets, and Zephyr's left towards it. 1v2 to stay alive. Can he clutch again? Players spotted out wide. Flash against the back wall. TP dash across the right. Takes the fight. Absolutely unreal from Sentinels.